Good? Okay. Hi, Sarah here with Valley City Barnes County Public Library, and today we are joining the Bridges County of Arts, or Council of Arts, sorry, to present Greg Hager, and he will be accompanied by his wife and daughter. So we hope you enjoy this concert. All right, after you.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Position here for folks tuning in. It is a privilege to be here. This is the first of the virtual concert series being held, as was said, by the Bridges Arts Council and the Valley City Barnes County Public Library. And one of the great things about this is with this last year, it's been an interesting year to say the least. And so to have an opportunity to still get music out through this wonderful medium of music and through the virtual, through the electronic way of tuning in, we invite you to connect not only today, share today's broadcast with your friends. You can share that live right on your screen. And for those who will be tuning in on YouTube a little bit later, you can share this video. In next week, on February 20th, Joe DeMasi is going to be here. And then on March 6th, a man by the name of John Oakland will be here. So a lot of great things coming on in the next couple of weeks. I'll be joined throughout this afternoon's program by our oldest daughter, Hannah. And we're going to start out with a song that talks a little bit about where we love, North Dakota, a place called the Northern Land. Mysteries of nature cannot be explained by man. The same thing goes for love. Oh, they've tried, but no one can. Just take a look around you and see the way that things are here. And notice how the skyline always seems so far from here. And it's in the northern land. Oh, the sights are grand. Come take me by the hand, and we will walk together. For when you are here with me, more than the land is free. And I hope you now can see the way that life can be.
Babbling of a small brook and the swaying of the trees, meadows with their flowers and the whispers of the breeze will paint a perfect picture on the canvas of the ground. Find a place on earth for love to grow and never more be found.
And it's in the northern land. Oh, the sights are grand. Come take me by the hand, and we will walk together. For when you are here with me, more than the land is free. And I hope you now can see the way that life can be. And it's in the northern land. Oh, the sights are grand. Come take me by the hand, and we will walk together. For when you are here with me, more than the land is free. And I hope you now can see the way that life can be. And since it's a virtual concert, we have just a very minimal staff in here. In fact, it's only Andrea, my wife, will be joining us in a little bit, and of course Hannah. And so I'm just imagining the applause, so feel free to clap at your screens and enjoy the program. That is probably the downside of a virtual concert, is you don't get that immediate interaction from the audience. And so I'm just going to be imagining that the room here is all full of people enjoying it. I am from North Dakota, born here in North Dakota, raised just about 10 miles southwest of where we're standing. I was raised on a grain and on a dairy farm, and so the life I knew as a kid was that of the land and of the cattle and such. And this next song is called Be Who You Are, and it tells a little bit of a story of my journey from the land to chasing music as a full-time vocation. I'm just an old Dakota plowboy who is trying to make a living with my song. And I hope to sing it well enough that all the world would like to sing along. And I think you can understand me when I say this is something I must do. Let's come to an understanding. I have got something to say to you. Be who you are, follow your dreams, don't look back. Live every day like it could be your last, with no regrets. Live this way and you're sure to go far. Be who you are. I spent a lot of years pretending I could do what others wanted me to do, until at night words came to haunt me saying, son, to thine own self be true. And I think you can understand there came a point when I thought I would explode. And here I am, just being who I am, and living on the road. Be who you are, follow your dreams, don't look back. Live every day like it could be your last, with no regrets. Live this way and you're sure to go far. Be who you are. And here's the moral of the story. You may not get rich, but you'll be happy. Follow your dreams, it'll be okay. Be who you are, follow your dreams, don't look back. Live every day like it could be your last, with no regrets. Live this way and you're sure to go far. Be who you are. Live this way and you're sure to go far. Be who you are. Be who you are. Ooh, thank you so much, Hannah. We'll get Hannah back up here in a few minutes. Well, all of the music that I share from every stage that I'm on is 100% original. I write the music, I write the songs, I write the lyrics, the melodies, all of it. And so for those of you watching, and of course for Facebook disclosure and the YouTube exposure, disclosure, you have permission to not only view but to share these videos, and I give permission for that. But when I was 7 years old, I learned to play guitar, and I wrote my very first song at the age of 7. And the first song, incidentally, I wrote was about my favorite television show at the time, and that was the Dukes of Hazzard. And I'm not going to bore you with a 7-year-old song at this moment, but I say that to say that my entire life I have wanted to use music to make a difference in people's lives, to make connections because of the stories that I sing. And in my style of music, it falls into what a lot of folks will classify as listening entertainment, that it's a journey of the mind and of the heart. And categorically in a style, a lot of folks say it's what Western music is. It tells the stories of life and living and love and cattle, country, aspects of just living and faith. And so the influences of my life have affected those stories that I write. And so it's why I do what I do. We typically are full-time using music to make a difference. We average about 120 concerts a year on the road. 2020 was an interesting year with most of those concerts being canceled, but to get to connect this way is just awesome. We've got folks actually tuned in from Florida to Hawaii at this point.
Kansas City.
And so we're glad that you are here. My mom and my grandmothers were very influential in my life. And part of it is I think they taught me the softer side of humanity. And so this is a song off of my newest full-length album, and it's called All Those Years Ago. The story started long ago, I'm still telling it today. Stood tall for all those years, watched us grow and play, unselfishly continued when children moved away. Seems that now my heart is empty as I reminisce today. All the things she taught me, they are with me still. I'll carry on remembering, I know I always will. I'd like to think I'm doing well, though my age begins to show. I will cherish all my memories of all those years ago. Care of all of us, and that's why I care now. Made it to those golden years, sometimes I don't know how. I learned to give and love from her, to always do my best. I'm glad I got to thank her, and for that I feel so blessed. All the things she taught me, they are with me still. I'll carry on remembering, I know I always will. I'd like to think I'm doing well, though my age begins to show. I will cherish all my memories of all those years ago. She poured into others, her legacy is sound. The lives that she's influenced around the world are found. You could say I've learned my lessons well. I hope to live a story that like hers they'll want to tell. 'Cause all the things she taught me, they are with me still. I'll carry on remembering, Oh, I know I always will. I'd like to think I'm doing well, though my age begins to show. I will cherish all my memories of all those years ago. Thank you so much. If you're clapping on the live stream, I appreciate it. Make sure to leave comments. I will look through and answer each and every one of those comments. We've got 3 cameras going here. If you see me looking around, we've got the Valley City Barnes County Library's Facebook page live over to my left. We've got the camera for the YouTube post right here in the middle, and then we have my camera for my live stream here on my right. And so as I'm kind of looking around at the different cameras, you can imagine that I'm looking out at the various different peoples. I want to kind of been highlighting some music here, and I'm just going to kind of bring in and show close. This is the newest full-length album. It's called State of Mind, and I do this here for the YouTube folks, and then of course for the Valley City Barnes County Public Library page. Been featuring some songs off of this new album. I want to sing for you though the title track next. And one of the neat things about being a singer and a songwriter is when you start to earn some accolades for the music that you write. This album, the State of Mind album, spent over 9 months in the top 30 albums on the Western music charts. That's worldwide charts. The title track, which I'm going to sing for you next, spent at least 12 weeks, maybe a little bit more, in the #1 spot on the Western music playlists around the world. And what that says as an artist, for any artist, when you see the charts, is that song is making connections with people. And so here's State of Mind. It's not just the state of Texas, though it could be. Out in Oklahoma that you will see, in Utah or Dakota where they tend the land, Wyoming and Montana or the desert sand. From Arkansas to Michigan you'll find what makes you a cowboy is the state of mind. State of mind. You don't have to go that far and you will find, no matter where you are, it's more than just a place to hang your hat. My friend, it's really so much more than that. It's a state of mind. I've seen it in Nebraska, but not only there. Iowa and Illinois have got their share. In fact, across this land of ours, from sea to sea, from Florida to Washington, there will be. Through Canada and New Mexico you'll find. What makes you a cowboy is the state of mind. State of mind. You don't have to go that far and you will find, no matter where you are, it's more than just the place you hang your hat. My friend, it's really so much more than that. It's the state of mind. It's more than just the place you hang your hat. My friend, it's really so much more than that. It's a state of mind. Thank you. Yes, thank you, support staff. I do like that song a lot because it's a good lesson for life that oftentimes, I always told my kids when they were young, I said, you can look at everything in life like it's a glass of water. And if you fill it right up to the middle spot in that cup, you've got two choices. You can either say that the glass is half full, or you can say that the glass is half empty. And what you determine in your own heart and your mind to look at will determine the outcome of almost everything that you will come into. And I've chosen my entire life to look at the glasses of life as being half full. Opportunity, particularly adventure, the unknown, the wow, what's going to happen sort of wonderment about it. And that has gone for all aspects of my life. Andrea and I will celebrate this summer 26 years of marriage. The good Lord blessed us with 3 children. You saw Hannah earlier. She's going to come up and sing here in just a little bit again. She's our oldest, and we've got the son William, and our youngest daughter Holly is a freshman in college, and so we've got the empty nest situation going on. Today is February 13th of 2021. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. And so this song I wrote thinking about that whole beautiful aspect of falling in love, because time doesn't matter. It just, you look at life differently. It changes you. That perspective, the way you think about things changes. And so this song talks about something that's being lost, but being lost isn't always bad, because when you're lost in love, it makes everything worthwhile. Here, I wonder, did I lose my way? And where am I from? And where am I going? I just can't say. And who is this face in the mirror? I don't think I've seen it before. And what's with this smile? It's easy, it used to be such a chore. But waking up, it's true. There's nothing else I want to do. Sharing life and dreams. I am lost in love, it seems. Don't know what got into me. I never have been here before. And what happens next? I hope I'm not dreaming, 'cause I want more. The sun seems much brighter today, and I hardly know what's going on. I can't help but smile and dream for a while. Now my night is gone. Waking up, I know it's true. There's nothing else I want to do. Sharing life and dreams. I am lost in love, it seems. But time passes by so quickly, and it never does slow down. And still I can't shake this question: did I drown? Did I drown? Waking up, I know it's true. There's nothing else I want to do. Sharing life and dreams. I am and the crowd goes wild. Again, I'm just imagining the crowds of people out there just enjoying and connecting with the song. Hannah's going to join me on this song again, this next song. I sat with my Grandpa Hager, and for some of you watching, we're live streaming right now into the Cheyenne Care Center in Valley City, as well as Bridgeview and Legacy Place, and some of the folks who follow me in my music, you knew my Grandpa Hager, Dick Hager, and I sat with Grandpa not long before he passed away, and I asked him a question. I said, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. And I thought that he would tell me one of those stories again, and but this time was different. He raised his finger at me and he said, Greg, he had kind of a rough voice in those last days. He said, Greg, the good old days weren't that good. It was mostly hard work. And then we had a nice conversation. But you see, Grandpa didn't want me to be wishing that I was living at some other time and some other place, that this is the time that I have. This is my time to live. And it's okay to look backwards and to learn from the past, but to live and move forward. And then it made me think about something else. I have a very deep faith, personal faith in Jesus, and I realize that every single day that I have life, that I wake up in the morning, I have a blank page. And I have the privilege and opportunity of writing a new story and a new chapter in the book that will become my life's story. And that no matter what happened in past days, I can look back on those and I can learn from it, but I can write a new story. I have the privilege of carrying on and moving forward. I once asked a man about the years of yester. Wisdom answered with a twinkle in his eye. The good old days were not everything you think of. Took lots of hardship to get by. But I come from a long line of dreamers who saw the glass of life half full. Got it done by being workers and not schemers, and whose eyes were never covered up by wool. It's been said I dream about the years of yester, but my heart knows the best is yet to come. Looking back can help give you perspective. Who I am's where I come from, and I come from a long line of dreamers who saw the glass of life half full, who got it done by being workers and not schemers, and whose eyes were never covered up by wool. Years from now, these days will be the years of yester. And if I'm asked, I'll tell it true. Now's the moment to be planning on your future. Your legacy is up to you, because you come from a long line of dreamers who saw the glass of life half full. Got it done by being workers and not schemers, and whose eyes were never covered up by wool. And you all come from a long line of dreamers who saw the glass of life half full. Got it done by being workers and not schemers, and whose eyes were never covered up by wool. Thank you so much, Hannah.
You're welcome.
Well, Well, it has been an interesting year, to say the least, for all of us. I don't know of a single person who has not been affected in one way or another over 2020. And I guess that's going to make the axiom even more true that hindsight is 2020. And I think we all could agree that I hope for nothing more than to look back and never have another year like 2020, right? Like 2020 vision. But the thing that's interesting about last year and even up to this point, have you noticed in your circle of influence how for the first time perhaps in history that stuff no longer matters? Just think about that. Stuff no longer matters. What people care about is the relationships. And it's the getting together, and it's having meals and giving hugs and handshakes and living life and shedding tears and being together, that the stuff has become so secondary to the relationship part of it. And for that, I'm grateful for this last year, because if we could think about that, the front porch mentality one more time, and be loving our neighbor as ourselves, and to be more friendly and more kind would be just amazing. I was thinking about these things over the last several months, and so I want to share with you one of the newer songs that I've written. This is not on any album yet. Excuse me. It will be on the next gospel album that I record. But it's called In Times Like These, and I've got a little lyric sheet referenced on here. So if you see me looking down, it's because it's not quite fully committed to memory yet. But I think it captures the sentiment of this time and what's so important in life. In times like these, many people lose their way. They don't know what to say or where to go. Feelings change, and sometimes doubt can grow. So I am holding on to what I know. In times like these, I know who holds tomorrow. In times like these, I know who holds my hand. I have learned to trust and how to follow, and I stand tallest on my knees in times like these. In times like these, many people fall apart. They don't know where to start or what to do. Troubles come, yet every day is new. So I'm holding on to what is true. In times like these, I know who holds tomorrow. In times like these, I know who holds my hand. I have learned to trust and how to follow, and I stand tallest on my knees in times like these. I can't change anything with worry. I have found a better way. In times like these, I know who holds tomorrow. the constraints of time for this virtual series, we've got just a couple of songs left to finish up on, and I like to finish up as we're doing right now, one with my better half. This is my wife, Andrea, and as I mentioned earlier, in June of this year, we'll celebrate 26 years of marriage, and feel very blessed about that. But the things that matter in my life, well, I love music, I love making the connections, I love, believe it or not, I love living on the road. When you do about 120 concerts a year, you spend over 200 days a year on the road traveling and setting up and doing programs. And I love the people connection. And so to be here on the live stream and to be connecting on Facebook and YouTube and Facebook, I'm so glad for this privilege, this opportunity. But as much as I love the stories of living in life and love, the thing that matters the most to me is really, as that last song said, the thing that has given me perspective in the middle of my year falling apart last year is the faith that I have and the stability that I have in the one thing that doesn't change. And that's my solid rock, the rock of Jesus Christ. Jesus is the answer. Though the fig tree does not blossom, and there are no crops in the field, I will never get discouraged, for God will bring abundant yield. When the fruit of all my labor doesn't get me anywhere, I'll still be joyful in my Savior, and I'll thank Him then and there. 'Cause He's my light, He's my song, He's my strength to carry on. It's by His grace that I've been freed. He's the answer to my need. There are times where I am tempted, when the road is steep and long, to go the path of least resistance and keep walking with the throng. But then He calls and I look upwards, and I see His better way. It's only when I look at Jesus that I can stand up here and say that He's my light, He's my song, He's my strength to carry on. It's by His grace that I've been freed. He's the answer to my need. I know my life is like a garden with many fruits that could be grown. I also know that God is careful with the seed that He has sown. There are droughts and times of thirsting when I'm praying for His rain, and there are times of sweet refreshing. Through both I'll raise my voice again. 'Cause He's my light, He's my song, He's my strength to carry on. It's by His grace that I've been freed. He's the answer to my need. And He's my light, He's my song, He's my strength to carry on. It's by His grace that I've been freed. He's the answer to my need. He's the answer to my need. Thank you, Andrea. I I've one final song for you folks, and then Sarah from the library is going to come back in and say a few closing remarks. But it's been such a thrill to get to be here on this, in North Dakota anyway, it was 25 below zero on the thermometer. To be here on this chilly day, but to have such this warmth interaction. I'm seeing the comments popping up constantly on the screens, and we thank you for that. I thank you for that. I've been featuring, as I mentioned, some of the new music, the album, the State of Mind album. And just to show that again, all of my music, incidentally, can be purchased on all of the electronic outlets, whether it be your Amazon, your iTunes, the streaming sites that play like Spotify. If you want to order physical copies, you can order that in every retail location in the United States. Or you can go out to my website, which is greghager.com, GREGHAGER.com. And of course, please give this video a share and let other folks know if you've enjoyed this. We are actively booking concerts, and even though it's been an interesting year, we will be glad to come to a smaller venue if you have something in mind, your church or your festival or even a private party. We are just anxious to get back on the road doing what we love. And so I want to close up with a song that I've been closing up all of my concerts with over the last year. And it simply is a song, it's a comeback song. And it finishes up by reinforcing that we've shared something really special here. We've traded something that we can't ever get back. You see, friends, you've given me some of your time. And in return, I've given you a piece of my heart. And I've given you a piece of my outlook and my perspective and my time. And we've had a beautiful exchange here. And I do hope that we see you on the road of life. And that I can say this to you personally, that I will come back. When I'm away, it always calls my name. Though it changes, somehow stays the same. Memories made here stay in my heart. Words cannot convey the depth, so let me start by saying one thing that is true. I know what to do. I'll cherish every moment until it's gone. But I'll see you again, though I don't know just when. So promise me you'll smile and sing my song, and I'll come back to you before too long. The way you welcome me feels just like home. Makes me question why I choose to roam. And home, they say, is where you keep your heart. Part of me is here, so let me start by saying one thing that is true. I know what to do. I'll cherish every moment until it's gone. But I'll see you don't know just when. So promise me you'll smile and sing my song, and I'll come back to you before too long. And I'll come back to you before too long. Well, thank you so much, folks. I appreciate you tuning in. Sarah's going to be stepping in here momentarily and share a few more comments about this virtual concert series. And I think she is here and ready. So let's welcome Sarah back to the live stream here.
Hey, thank you, Greg, for that awesome concert.
Thank you.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and please tune in next Saturday again at 2 o'clock, and we will have a concert with Joe DeMasi. Hope to see you then.